Good morning, YouTube. It is Wednesday, and the shop is an absolute disaster, so we're actually going to do a little bit of a shop cleanup this morning, and maybe I'll time-lapse the shit out of that. So, yeah, I'll get started on that. Alright, so much better in here. Things are looking a lot cleaner and nicer, so I can finally work, which is nice. And this thing has got to go, and apparently it's going to be replaced with another Mitsubishi Eclipse. Crazy, we've been getting an astronomical amount of those lately, which is very strange to me. But yeah, so the shop is clean. This car's got to go. Then I got a bunch of other installs going on this morning. I got a 4-button remote starter in an 09 Cobalt. Then I got a deck and amplified antenna going into a different Mitsubishi Eclipse. I've got, I think, a 2000 GMC Safari van. Diagnostic. The guy installed something on the car and it's not working the way it should be. So he's come here for us to check it out. That's totally fine. And then some other stuff going on this afternoon. I think we've got a BlackVue camera going into a newer Mustang, and a bunch of other stuff going on today, boys. So anyhow, stick with me, and we'll catch up with you shortly. Okay, so yet another Mitsubishi Eclipse. This one's a Spider convertible top. We're going to be doing a head unit in here, replacing that Pioneer with a Kenwood, and mounting a amplified antenna, it looks like there. But I also got to pull in this van that's out here and diagnose what's going on with it. Alright, so we got this van here, and we did this install about a year or so ago. We put a switch on his dash, so when he wants to put the camera in reverse, he can just, you know, put it on there, right? Which is normal. And we had diode isolated everything and used a relay, but now when he flicks the switch, his reverse lights come on, and he's got the beeping going on. So I love when people screw with my installs. So I'm going to diagnose this thing, get it the hell out of my shop, and see you guys in a bit. So a little barbaric here, but I've just put a diode in there so he can turn the power onto the camera, and then it won't send power to the reverse lights. And then when he has the reverse lights on, it'll send power to the camera, or vice versa. And diode isolation there. This is very barbaric, and I'm going to now make this look very nice. So it's all working the way it's supposed to be. So when he puts it in reverse, he gets his camera and he hears that annoying beeping. And then if he doesn't want that, you can just flick that switch on, and he's got reverse, and it doesn't make that annoying beeping unless he puts it in reverse. And then his camera still stays on. So everything's kosher and delicious. So I'm going to pull this bad boy out. Alright, so now that we're done with that, I can go ahead and see what Damien's up to on this. It looks like we're installing Sirius satellite radio as well. And we got a KDC X501 proper dash kit. And I'm not sure what's going on with this old Pioneer head unit here, but yeah. Anyhow, so that's coming out. I think he already modified his factory bezel too, didn't he?
No,
it's all like hacked up and stuff.
No, this is all hacked up.
What about this? This has been hacked up.
Has it?
Yeah, yeah. and they hacked it all up. So I'll probably take a grinder to that and try to make it as clean as possible looking now. I already hacked this all apart here, but I just made the lines a little straighter just so she didn't look so hacked when we put it back in there. So that's done. Cool looking little car. It's got an interesting paint job on it. Two-tone blue, black, and silver, and that's not even a pinstripe, that's painted in. Decent. Okay, so he said they're in the truck on the center console, but they totally weren't there. They're up there. I mean, the thing's so fucking tall that I couldn't see it from the driver's side. So beg my pardon, there are keys here. We're probably gonna end up getting started on this thing today. I'm gonna work under the hood and get things started under there, get things organized and cleaned, and then we'll probably end up removing this seat section here so we can start planning out our center console. You know, I had been thinking about this all night, but what we're gonna do with it, and I think what we're gonna end up doing is, you know, making it so it's, you know, kind of here or whatever. You can still get to his shift knob and that kind of stuff real easy. And, you know, there'll be placements for his, you know, cameras and his chargers and all of his switch banks here for all the lights and all that kind of stuff. So I'll probably get working on that today. I want to move this thing, take it down from here, and put it in the center console as well. So I think by the time we're done with that center console, there probably isn't going to be much room for a subwoofer in it, you know, given the fact that we want to do a cell phone charger, we want to do GoPro battery chargers, we want to have places for him to hold all of his cameras, place for a CB radio, and a bank of switches, relays, power, ground, all that stuff's going to be in that center console. So it's going to be a super custom center console, and you know, it's going to be all for his movie making and that kind of stuff, right? So by the time that's all said and done, I don't think there's really going to be any room in the center console for a woofer, but we'll decide on that once we get the whole thing apart and kind of go from there, right? So anywho, Damien's working away on this. He is hardwiring everything here because someone has hacked off the factory plug, and it looks like things are going to be coming along here nicely. So I'll hit you back in a few minutes, guys, and we'll go from there. We got a remote starter going into this 09 Chevy Cobalt right there, and she originally was going to do a 3-lock start, but she doesn't actually have a key fob, so we're going to do a 4-button remote starter on this bad boy here for her. That way she doesn't have to use the key anymore to unlock and lock the doors, because that's a colossal pain in the ass. So I'm going to pull this bad boy in and start pre-wiring up my remote starter. Up, got a Clifford 4-button remote starter and an 80SA LCA. I'm going to go ahead and pre-wire all this and get back at you when that is done. But it looks like Damien over here is on the final processes of installing his Bluetooth mic and the antenna, which is on the windshield there. Got everything all hardwired nice, and I guess he'll throw the deck in there and he'll come bother me when it is done, and we'll give you a little view of that. Looking beautiful here. Damien's got the Sirius satellite radio installed, got the deck installed, looking real nice and spicy. Bluetooth mic's up here, powered antenna is up there, so everything's looking good there. I'm in the process of pre-wiring this remote starter. Damien's actually going to finish it up for me because I gotta go run and do something really quick, and when I get back, I'll hit you back. Okay, so that remote starter is all done in that car there, and now we're working on this Mustang, and we're doing a BlackVue camera, which is a front and rear digital camera DVR system, along with the Power Magic Pro. That thing there just voltage regulates, you know, keeps the camera on and makes sure that the camera is functioning and the battery won't go dead on the vehicle while the vehicle is parked or what have you. So we're installing this system here. It's the BlackVue DR650S 2-channel. So it's a front and rear, it's GPS and Bluetooth, so you can actually view the cameras on your phone, and it's pretty slick. So I'm gonna get this sucker installed and I'll show you what that's all about. So I got the rear camera mounted up there nicely on the rear windscreen, and then I got the front camera nicely mounted up here behind the mirror, and ran along the windshield there. And now I'm just working on running my wires down and down to that fuse panel down there in the corner, along with the data fuse and the Power Magic Box Pro. So I'll get back at you in just a couple minutes. Okay, so we've got all of our wiring done here, up into the fuse panel. and it's nicely tucked away behind the kick panel here. And I've got my Power Magic box back here, nicely mounted to the side here as well. All the dip switches are available if you just take off this panel, and then you got the multi-boot switch available at the top there as well. So everything is looking kosher and very nice. Everything seems to be tickety-boo and working. So I'm gonna put this back together and then show you what it looks like on my phone. All right, so using the app here on the phone, the BlackVue camera is there. Everything's good to go. Camera's back there, that one's good to go. So we're just hook up to it via Wi-Fi using the password provided in the manual. It'll ask you to change the password. We won't worry about that, and we'll let the customer do it. And so we can view the front camera now just by pressing the button down here for the front camera, and that gives you a nice good view of what's going on in the front, just like that. Damien's gonna wave his hand. Oh yeah, that's working good. And then if we want to view the rear camera, we can just simply press the app again and press the rear camera there, and there's a view of what's going on in the rear. So this is recording now, and if you want to grab the clips, records in about 5-minute intervals. So it's been hooked up now for about 10 minutes, and we got you know, the front clip that was playing there or whatever when it first recorded, and then same idea with all the other clips that are kind of gathering here at the bottom. So yeah, pretty cool, useful app here. BlackVue Cloud, you can view the internal memory, and then of course do all your firmware and update settings and all that kind of stuff here as well. So anywho, that's all done. That's the camera we installed. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys subscribing. I appreciate you guys liking and commenting. I love reading your comments. I really appreciate it. Damien likes reading your comments too. And you know, we're in this Mustang just chilling out, and we're about to go deliver it to the customer. Ooh, sound. It's got a nice sound to it. Yeah, it sure does. All right, so anyhow, again, guys, don't worry, that wasn't like a, you know, a $5 rev or anything like that. So it was just like a little, you know, a little blip. That's all it was. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds real nice. So anyways, we're gonna sign off here, guys, and thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe and like the shit out of this video, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.